Collective, welcome to the channel. My apologies. I did receive a phone call in the middle of this read. I turned on my airplane mode. Hopefully that won't happen again and we can get through this read without any further interruptions. Thanks for being here, everybody. Let me get you caught up. All right, so you've got an abusive bully here, wanting to make war with you, fight with you. They insist that you aren't what you say you are. They're challenged because you're letting them go. They're not getting into your chariot. They're being very aggressive. And they want a new contract. They could be spying on you to see what you do or to who is coming into your world. In the subconscious, we've got the devil. So they're toxic, they're abusive, they want to feed on your energy. You're the star in the recent past. A healer. They call you a supercharger. Intentions, expectations, we've got strength. So your light is very, very strong and potent. And you've got these devils here trying to insist that you're not what you are. So they want, that's so crazy. It's like there's nothing worse than having somebody come into your area, your community, your sacred space, whatever, and then be an antagonist, and then accuse you of not being happy. And it's like, dude, happiness comes so much easier when there's not anybody in the area saying how unhappy I am. It's like, I'd really be a lot happier if you weren't present. In the near future. Page of Wands. You've got limitless potential here and freedom. Doing something new. Getting some information. Some news. Oh, I heard earlier today that there was going to be a nationwide announcement of some sort. They did say nationwide. There's something about the nation. I was thinking that it was the nations and that these abusers or these antagonists were upset, these devils were upset over a nation. Now, I don't know if this is the fall of a nation or the rise of one of these nations that they talk about in the book of Revelations, or if it is actually the New World Order, like somebody else commented and suggested. Take it as it resonates. Anyhow, there should be a national televised announcement according to Spirit. Now, somebody's upset about that. They're real upset about that. Okay, the lens is being looked through. Is the King of Cups. So we've got love of divine masculine here. In the environment, we've got death in the reverse. So something isn't over. Somebody may have gone through a personal transformation. They may have overcome death. Somebody was unable to unalive you. Somebody's afraid of this change. They don't want things to stop. They're holding on. Hopes and fears. Three of Cups. There could be a trio here celebrating or a community. And the outcome, the outgoing energy, please, Spirit. Nine of Swords. Somebody's having a nightmare. Somebody's caught in a nightmare. because they lost their money and the cycle has closed. You're getting a new opportunity, a lot of potential in this new beginning, and you're coming into the reward. In a couple readings back, it was like Spirit stated that the Divine Feminine had carried the weight of sin, or somebody's sin, micro, macro, take it as it resonates, and she's coming into her reward. And these ones, these devils, are desperate to stop that. You know, they still want to claim that energy. They don't know what to do. They got a lot of things they're trying to negotiate and bring balance to, and they're getting disconnected from you. Divorced. Out of your energy. Due to your research, there's some difficult decisions being made by the Hierophant. Yeah. Regarding the routine burden that these knights were putting onto you. Yeah. You're getting a life of luxury, a wish come true here. And these ones are afraid of it. They want to come in and make it a proposal, but they're in sorrow because you're moving on. You're out of here. You don't want to have anything to do with them. Karma, the wheel of karma, or the wheel of fortune is turning, and this is a painful ending for them. And a Tower. Like, it's over because you're taking your money, and Queen of Pentacles is getting a whole new, brand new beginning, and she's got that Ace of Pentacles. So she's got the purse strings, and that's justice, the law of cause and effect. And King of Swords is here offering protection regarding anybody who wants to come up and compete for that. To compete for the 10 of Pentacles, wealth that belongs in the community of marriages, you know, loyal, sacred, and commitments. And so we've got Judgment is coming on to the Knight of Swords. Somebody's trying to think real fast because they're under judgment, because you were able to be resilient through this power of 3 or this magic or whatever. And the Temperance Angel has a victory and public recognition. Could be an emperor or could be protected by an emperor from the past. Take it as it resonates. Or because of what has happened in the past. Well, alrighty then. 5 of Swords. So this could be a defeat. And a release. They were competing with you. This is the funny thing. It's like the star doesn't have anything to compete with this devil for. It's like the star doesn't need anything that this devil has. Certainly doesn't need the death energy and the sin transference and all this other kind of crap that lustful people lay on her or him. No, they don't need that. Don't need that. So they were being really abusive, you know, so they're letting it go. It's the devil who's competing with the star. The star doesn't have any need for competition. That's just straight up abuse, man. There's no competition. A player, an abusive player is getting let go. They're very aggressive and out of control because you're letting them go. There's some kind of a sacrifice. They're out of here. They're not in your chariot. They are not in your chariot, and they're spying on contracts, or they want to negotiate for new contracts. Maybe they're having difficulty getting a new contract. They want to spy on your contracts. Where are you going? Who you're going to do it with? For some reason, they feel they got to get up in your business. Limelight. So they're spying on these contracts of the limelight, these big contracts that the star beings are going into. So you've got this devil here, this player who is not, they're not going anywhere. They're very arrogant. They're not in your chariot. They don't have a chariot. They're spying on the contracts of the limelight people, the positions, and and they want to, like, they're talking about plastic surgery and tattoos and dental records and age range. Like, some people out there, they've got a copycat, but it's like 3 years older or so, and they got to do all this stuff to kind of match. They were talking earlier about replicating her. So I don't know what this means, if they want to get a hold of some kind of genetics and grow a clone, or if they want to copy whatever this energy is. I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, you've been at this your whole life trying to master yourself, and they're just now, this player who has been doing their utmost to cause you a failure, they haven't done nothing except play around with their cruelty, their ability to be cruel and toxic and destructive. They worship death. Haunted. So it could be that this devil or this codependent toxic energy, this player, is being haunted for bullying you. The star is here. You're a super conductor, a super healer, a super charger. Super. Very, very strong light. You're getting the star is getting a new compass, a new road, a new pathway. Why? Because you are so strong and courageous. You didn't back down from this devil. You're very, very strong. This is a bohemian. It's so we've got strength and subtle power, and then we've got the creator. Now this is like, it could be that you not being able to settle down, like the destabilization, the fact that nobody was supporting you or in your life to give you that extra little bit that you needed to get through any challenge. It's like you were born and made very strong and very courageous because of a lack of stability, so to speak. It's like you were very creative in the ways that you got your shine on, basically. In a toxic world full of players committing hauntings and, thievery, playing around, looking important, taken from you every little, it's like that 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It kind of like that. Like you'd take 2 steps forward and they'd be like, oh, come back. And it's like, so they really took apart your potential. Oh, so this came out and it flipped into the reverse. So it looks like we've got, you've got the Page of Wands here. You're embarking on something new, and you've got your freedom from those people who are not wholesome. They're devilish. They're not wholesome. And you've got your freedom from them. We've got the King of Cups here. And innocent. He's empathic. He may see that somebody is innocent. The star, he may be a star who is innocent. We've got death in the reverse. This is a personal transformation, perhaps. A change. Something didn't die. You overcame death. Something has decayed. A personal transformation. We've got 3 of Cups here. Celebration. And Witch. Something's going on with the Witch. We have a 9 of Swords, a nightmare, a despair, and a 5 of Pentacles, defeat. They've lost their money, and the world turns. This is the end of a cycle, the completion of a cycle. The backstory. So this is a completion of the backstory of the past. The past is now complete. It's complete. We've got completion of the past. It's over. They're afraid because you were able to survive. There's a messenger. You might receive a message about a home, in a home. Somebody's getting a message about the conflict that this kin brought to you to take your state of privilege. They may think that they're privileged. Privileged people brought conflict to you. These are kin of the past, a tribe that is absent. It could be that there's a wise guy here that got you caught up into a contract and they sacrificed you or something. We got prophecy. There was a lot of drama brought to you because of this prophecy that they had about you taking the spiritual throne and them being made invisible. Your appearance makes them invisible, like you're taking over. Your leadership, like you do not cut corners, you do not cut costs. You make sure that everything is of the utmost quality and that will last. Your leadership is not built on the backs of others suffering. They martyred you and then pretended to be you. But you still kept your house and your energy and everything clean and pure. It's obvious that you're an arcana. These religious people are trying to spy on your location. Maybe your location is hidden, or they are spying on you from a hidden location. They could be trying to bring you hardship to get your things, or maybe they're having hardship regarding things. Whatever it was, they've been observed. Everything that they did to the creative people in this world has been seen, and they're getting disconnected for horseplaying around with a childish little demeanor regarding the purpose and potential of other people. Yeah, so they're getting disconnected because you have objectivity of your shine. And let's just look at that real quick. That word objectivity, it always throws me for kind of a loop. So we have an act of love to be the untriggered person. To be mindful of maintaining a balanced, stable, rational, objective way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. This way of interacting with others has the potential to improve the dynamics in an exchange. Meeting on higher ground, less threatening. So be the untriggered person. You got your shine on. You're not falling into malice or vengeance or grudge holding or pointing the finger and saying, you're just as guilty as I am. You're sitting here kind of processing and doing the whole thing that you need to do. You've learned a lot and you have survived, and you're entering into this phase of service. Maybe your survival and bringing forth this information is a service to the collective whole. You're bringing forth a happiness here regarding those personalities who were puppeting or living the life of others, driving their life into like a soap, some kind of a pre-programmed soap opera experience there. They were driving the bodies. So we've got justice for the evermore, for the eternal love, for that love that never dies. It only expands and increases. And if it only expands and increases in your own self, then let it be that. We've got people here that think that they're important. Their idea of communicating was fighting you with spirits. They learned this. They were taught this, to use the spiritual realm to hurt you and fight with you for love. But you are working on behalf of love here, and you're being remembered as a sovereign being. These people had a very limited perception of you, these vain people, very limited view, very limited perception of others, and they still have the expectation of being in your seat. But it could just be that, yeah, they wanted to be you, appear as though they're peace, and have your seat. But this is you. You're peaceful. You're out here authentic, transparent, and true, and this is your seat. You're expected to take it. They knew that this was going to happen, and that's why they tried to, tell the whole entire world that there wasn't any love in you, as they tried to pour all their devilish, disgusting energy onto you. They wanted to keep you away from love, away from partnership, away from anybody who cared, and then at the end they wanted to say that you knew nothing about love. Little did they know, you are love. And being a being of love in a world that points at you and tells you that you're not, that you have no love in you, that you are this and that. They're projecting their own foul perception onto you as though it was you. It's like these people don't even know who you are. They take a little look at a little bit of an experience and they assume that they know the details and the effort it took to be you in this present moment in your life. It's really, really sad, how many people it is that assume, they make an assumption, and then from that assumption, they make a plan to horseplay and jack around your life based on a perception that is wrong. It's a fantasy. It doesn't exist. We've got give it time in the reverse. So we've got a defeat or a some kind of sneakiness by this player, and we've got give it time in the reverse. There's no more time for this player. They could have been defeated. So there's been defeat for this player. There's no more time for them. We've got the hanged man. So there's a sacrifice or a letting go. We've got spying on the contracts of these people that are in the limelight because they don't have a chariot and they're not in your chariot. They can't take your chariot because they're a liar. They could not steal the pathway of this limelight position because they're a liar. This liar is, so there's been a sudden change, a letting go, an ending to their contracts. An ending to their limelight contracts. Yeah, this is an ending to their limelight contracts. Their contracts that give them that status of importance because they're found to be a sneaky little liar. So we got a devil here haunting. They're haunting the minds or they're being haunted. Like their witchcraft, may have bounced back on them. They're having to go through what they intended for the world. The divine stated that their intentions will be their gift. And over this many centuries, there have been many intentions and many unjust events in ending people's lives for their pleasure. We've got they'll be back. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So the devil's got haunted. They'll be back. So it's like so these hauntings. So the devil is here, and all those spirits that they sent out are coming back to them. That's what's happening. All those hauntings, all those spirits that they sent out to haunt you, an innocent person, King of Cups, masculine, feminine, take it as it resonates. All those spirits that they sent out to mess you up are coming back on them. You're the star. You're getting a new path. You have gotten a new path because you were very strong and courageous while you didn't have stability. Like you were kind of going around like a gypsy, kind of like stop moving here, moving there. You know, stuff was never solid for you because you had this devil moving you around, trying to get you to fail and fall. Patience. So you're getting a new compass, or you've been assigned a new compass. The star beings, those who are filled with light, are getting a new compass and patience. There could be just a few more months before you're jumping into your little chariot there and going away. You're very strong in the face of instability. You're still very creative, unique. You're not like anybody else. I mean, even though, you know, everybody's a star and we've got, you know, everybody who's alive and produces energy is a star, but you know, some people shine brighter than others. And you look up in the sky and you see some stars that are just glowing bright all the time, and then some kind of pop in and out. It's kind of like that. So you're very strong and compassionate. Creator. We've got yes, luck is on your side. So let me just look up Bohemian so that we can try to make sure we're not getting any negative connotations on that. Bohemian is gaiety and tragedy. She prefers the gaiety and the tragedy of artists, actors, and musicians. So you are very strong and courageous. In the face of these actors. That were playing at reality and marriage and children and the house and the carpool. So you were very strong and courageous in the arena of these actors and actresses. Luck is on your side. You've got your freedom from people who are not wholesome. They're these devil energies. All those hauntings, all those spirits are coming back on them. We've got caution. You're free of those who are not wholesome. We've got caution and distance. So find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. You might want to keep people at a distance right now. You're free of these people who are not wholesome. So use caution and keep your distance from people right now. This is getting cleared out. The foundation is getting, there's people on the foundation that are being released right now. These devils. So, we've got a King of Cups who is emotionally balanced and supportive. We've got innocent here. Innocent and pet. He might be getting a pet. He's innocent of dealing with pets. He loves pets. Death in the reverse. Somebody wants to hold on. Somebody's undergoing a personal transformation. We've got a change regarding a love spell. Somebody's been bewitched. There's a change in this, in the people's ability to do love spells and gain these kind of contracts from Witchery. There's a change. They're resisting change, but change is here regarding these love spells and bewitching people. We've got a celebration, a 3 of Cups here. And we've got witch and manifest. So there's a witch trying to manifest something with a love spell. There's a change here. They're trying to manifest a change. So they're afraid of change. They're afraid of change, and they're trying to inflict a change by doing a love spell. So they're trying to draw in this King of Cups, it looks like. There's a celebration here within the community. There's a witch trying to manifest something. We got Nightmare, 9 of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles. They've lost their money, and this is the end of the cycle, the end of the backstory, the end of the history, that chapter. We've got let go. So according to the history, there's some people being let go. Maybe you're letting go of the backstory. You're letting go of the history. You're letting go of anything that had messed you up in the past. These devils, you're letting them go. This is the end of that cycle. They're losing. They've lost everything because they've lost you. There could be a fire sign about ready to get married. Have a honeymoon. Your guardian angel may be communicating with you regarding moving. We've got a gold digger having challenges here. It could be a water sign being told to move on because they're in a third-party mix up with this earth sign. So they want to get a commitment with you. They're hoping that you're going to open up your heart. They're taking a gamble. They might be traveling toward you. This says you'll be traveling. So they're taking a gamble. They're going back. Mercury retrograde and traveling soon. So whoever that is reaching out to you right now, they know that they're going to be traveling soon. They're being let go. And we've got a new cycle for mothers, for pregnancy. And these third-party enemy narcissists, it's like a big no. They're not allowed in the on the territory where these new children will be born. We're not going to be doing no witchcraft and sucking the life out of innocence and then extending our own life and getting a sweet little car because you freaking unalived somebody, whatever. It's terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Anybody who believes that that's okay is certainly not aligned with God. That is a fact. That is a fact. They're real mad. They're very, very angry. They're still here. We're in the process of letting go of liars. You know, they're not going to be able to take the chariot of these giant light-filled beings. They can't do it. They're being let go. They have no more time. So they're not getting any more time. They're not getting any more time with your services, with the services that you provide. The divine stated, never give it back. You will never give it back. You're no longer going to serve them with your life because you're a being of service, a wholesome being, of service, but they turned you into a slave. And they lied about you. They lied. So they're being let go. There's a sacrifice here. There's a sacrifice of this contract. They could be trying to spy on contracts. So they're not getting the limelight position, chariot. They're not getting that victory. They're being very aggressive and they're lying. They're lying. They're very prideful. This is a prideful liar. They're not getting your chariot. They don't have a chariot. They're not getting served by your services anymore. This is a devil, and all of those spirits and haunting entities that they sent out are coming back and creating change. There is a change. Expect to hear from them soon. Every haunting that this devil energy sent out, every haunting that this devil energy sent out is coming back onto them. The golden rule, it's like that was the energy that they wanted to play in. They really liked that. And I heard the divine say something to somebody. They were upset about what they were receiving. And he said, well, but this is the energy you like to be in, that you prefer to be in. You know, this dark, dense, you know, F somebody up energy. And so it's like they get to go be in that energy and they're upset about it. But it's like, well, but this is where you spent all your time, trying to hurt people. So what's the problem? You've got your shine on, you're a star, you're a supercharger, you're a healer. You're getting a new compass here, a new path, and patience. Everything happens in a few more months, just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. This is ending now, so give it a few more months. This is coming to an end. In a few more months, it should be over, like kaput. We've got you're very, very strong in the face of actors who could be trying to copycat you and mess up your world. Luck is on your side. Somebody doesn't know what to do because luck is on your side. They were trying to be you. You've got your freedom from these people who are not wholesome. But use caution and keep your distance from people because this is playing out another few months. We've got a whole lot of death is going to happen in the next 3 months, most likely. We've got gratitude in the reverse. So use caution and keep your distance from those people who aren't grateful about anything. They're not wholesome. They're not grateful. And you're free of it. But it's being removed right now. King of Cups is innocent here, and we've got pets. They're getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love, and we've got surrender in the reverse. So he's innocent, and he's got pets, and we've got surrender in the reverse. He doesn't have to surrender his pet. His pet didn't surrender. He's giving this innocent person love. Maybe he has a favorite person, or maybe it's an actual animal. We've got death in the reverse. Something is not ending. They don't want something to end. They're undergoing a personal transformation. They're afraid of change, but change is here. So they're afraid of change. They don't want something to end, so they're doing a love spell in order to affect a change in somebody's mind. They're casting a love spell over somebody's mind. This could be a witch that is trying to manifest herself in your space. It could very well be, you know, that they're in the community. They might be in your dream space, trying to manifest some kind of connection here. We've got regret. They're in regret. They're doing a love spell on this King of Cups. There's a witch doing this love spell on this King of Cups. They're in a nightmare. 9 of Swords. They're in a nightmare. They're in a 5 of Pentacles. They have no money. The cycle has ended here. And everything of the past is being let go. Because you have courage and inner strength. It's like you're letting it go. They're going to have to go find courage. You're very disciplined, and you when you're alone, you know that you're never alone and you're happy. It's like these ones, they thought you were alone and they thought you were in fear and they thought they could just cover you in the blame and the shame of their hypocrisy and their nastiness. They're very guilty of going after you and trying to do this, but you persevered because there's no greater goal than to love. Even when the whole world is crapping on your head, you love your inner divine and yourself. You're very balanced and harmonious, and you are a being of love, and that's how you dealt with this adversity that was coming up and trying to get you. There's some friends here who are in doubt, probably this other person here, because you're free and you've taken all the gifts of your soul that belong to you with you. All your happiness, all the health, all your abundance, and you're calling judgment on these people for what they have done, and they're worried about it. They're worried about it, and they have to accept something they cannot change. They have failed to destroy you because you trust the inner voice that guides you. You've received forgiveness, and you have grown in consciousness and awareness. You are an empathic person who is patient and waiting on the divine timing. You believe in relationships that serve the higher good. You're very honest in all that you do, even when the world is lying to you and about you. And these ones are in grief because they're receiving a denial from you. They envied your purpose. Your purpose was peace. And what did they bring into the world? Nothing. So they brought a whole bunch of negative energy, and you're letting it go. You're letting it go because you want peace. And these ones want to force their way into your energy, and they want to insist that you're not happy. And it's like, well, why are you in my space? It's like these people, you don't even know them, but they want to come up and make a comment or something about your misery, about your, how evil you are or whatever. And it's just like, why are you speaking to me in such a manner? You don't even know who I am. It's just witch trying to manifest something. So we've got a defeat here for a player. They're not getting any more time with your services because they lied and kept secrets about it. The secret service. The secret service. This player has no more time. There's something about the secret service. Maybe there's a secret service doing something with this player. We've got the Five of Swords. There could be some kind of a defeat or something going on there with the secret service. They got no more time. This player has no more time. The secret service is out. We've got the Hangman, sacrifice, let it go. These contracts are over. They did not get the chariot or the pathway of this limelight position because they're seen to be prideful and a liar. And they're unworthy. So the devil sent out a lot of spirits to haunt people, and they're coming back. And there's a change here. Like there's a change in the movement. They're coming back. There's a reversal, or they're going back. We've got reunion. So your reunion has brought about a change. And whatever these ones, see the reunion is, these ones like to play with these spirits. This is their world. These are the spirits that they play with and that they have relationship with. And so they're going back. They'll be back. Change. They're going back. And it could be that your reunion is bringing about a change. You suns and stars coming together. Reunion. The star is here with a new compass and patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. Death is in the air. Death is in the air. We're not doing passion project. We're not doing lust-filled interferences into marriages and the territory in general. No more passion project. It's over. We don't hit it and quit it. We don't do one night stands. We make commitments and then we work to build something solid and beneficial for the family. You're very strong here in the face of actors and actresses, copycats, doppelgangers. Yes, luck is on your side and they don't know what to do about it. They don't know what to do about it because we've got destiny. Still struggling to find the right path. They don't know what to do. You're using your intuition. Even when you're in a state of indecision and you're moving into your destiny, you're free of these people who are not wholesome. They have no gratitude. They're not thankful for anything. But use caution, and keep your distance from these people because they're not emotionally well. Their values are all about money. They're not grateful or thankful for anything. You don't have the same values at all. Keep your distance from people right now. King of Cups is here, innocent, pet, and surrender in the reverse. He's not surrendering his pet. We've got absence. There's no surrender. We've got absence. They might be feeling your absence. They might look at you as a pet. You might be their favorite. But we've got the death in the reverse. Somebody is fearing change, so they're trying to make a change with a love spell cast to the mental body, this imagination. They're using they're trying to cast a love spell into somebody's mind. And neglect. So, they're afraid of change. There is a change, making love spells to the imagination and then neglecting people in order to neglect them. So they call them in with a magic love spell, sex them up, and then neglect them and remove all happiness from the innocent one's life. We've got a celebration here, a 3 of Cups. Somebody might be getting creative, or maybe there's just some kind of a happiness here that this witch who was trying to manifest something is in regret because you didn't give up. You didn't want a third party. You wanted each other. And this witch is trying to manifest this King of Cups who's innocent in with a love spell. They're messing with his mind right now. They're in a nightmare here, a 9 of Swords. They don't have any money. They lost all their money, all their wealth, and stability maybe. The world has turned. This is a completion of a cycle. Everything regarding the backstory is being let go. You're very courageous, and the truth is out. Because of your courage, because of you surviving and doing what you do, getting your freedom from these devil energies, you're able to reveal the truth. And so this kind of crap is getting let go. You actually are a catalyst for change. Your survival, your getting free of these people is bringing about an opportunity to let them go, to release them, to release this lust, this passion project off of the foundation. Just a few more months where there's death coming. There's no more passion project. We've got a new chapter. Heart connections have been mended or will be. So there's unfinished business here regarding fixing connections. It's too late for them to take any action against this. We've got responsible commitments coming up in the near future, it looks like. Irreplaceable love, forgiveness, and soul contract. You may have known each other in a previous life. These ones may have done magic and love spells and all of that to F up your world and throw you for a loop and cause you lifetimes of suffering, but you've gotten back together. You're back together. There is forgiveness. The way you love cannot be matched, and it's clear. It's very, very clear. So you've got this witch that is in regret. They can't get in your space, or maybe they can't get in anybody's space. They're trying to escape, or maybe you did with your own self-love. Now, these ones were trying to tell the world that there was no love in you, but in you is the only place that love seemed to be found. Well, these ones were sabotaging their own damn selves, trying to cause confusion with their little gaslighting and manipulating and such. They were projecting it out, saying, you're sabotaging yourself, you're sabotaging yourself. And it was so fun. And they're confused because they're the ones who actually sabotage themselves. They didn't appreciate your beauty. You have an understanding of this, and they're missing an opportunity. They don't get to stay in your energy. It's like, just go away. Go back. Third party holding back. It's like you're a third party enemy, and you're dealing with this energy in the shadows. And so we've got holding back. You're holding back. They're being held back from the inseparable love. The way you love cannot be matched, and the love is always there despite the distance. These ones who were daydreaming of becoming you with this habitual pattern of sexing thing, this mirror magic or whatever, you know, they're getting detached. They're getting detached. This fake love stuff, and they don't know what to do because they're feeling broken and shattered. They just don't know what to do. They're like running away from their mistakes and the damage they've caused, but somebody's chasing them down because they're guilty, and they're overwhelmed by the gossip that people are talking. And they were unsatisfied. They were unhappy with the way things were going with their own personal soul ties. And they were in disagreement about reciprocity. So they decided to go and F everybody over, and they lied about everything and everyone. And this is an unexpected outcome. Now they want to talk. Now they're sorry. And it's like, you know, I'm not accepting apologies. There's no excuse for cruelty, especially to people that you don't even know. It's like, it's just ridiculous, you know? Yeah, I can say what I say because I have experience. So, it's like, everybody's got their own experience and their own trauma and drama, whether it be up close and personal or from a distance and up close and personal. So we've got a defeat for a player here that was bringing you trouble. They're not getting any more time with the Secret Service. You're at peace. Maybe they're not getting any more time with your services because of the secrets that they held. You're relaxed. They're getting let go. These contracts are over. They did not steal the chariot of a limelight position, the pathway of a limelight position. These prideful people are known to be liars, and they're unworthy of that position, and they're being stopped. They're not getting more time with that. The devil is here. All those entities that they set out to haunt people are coming back to them. There is a change here because the stars have been reunited. Love has reunited. Its foundation is courage and truth and love. Love that did not give up on each other. Courage, love, hope, truth. So we've got robbery. So there's a change because this reunion occurred. There's a change regarding this devil and their habitual patterning of robbing people. Yep. So the spirits are going back to haunt them. There's a change brought on by your reunion regarding this robbery that these witches and devils have been doing. You're the star here. You're getting a new pathway. Patience. Everything happens in divine order. We've got death to the passion project. We're not dealing with a lustful, with lust in this new foundation here. And we've got fate. Everybody's being allocated or kind of situated into their vibratory match or the energy that they spend most of their time in, where they're comfortable at, it seems. You're entering into your destiny. You were very strong there in the face of copycats, actors and actresses. Yes, luck is on your side. Somebody doesn't know what to do about your destiny. They're frightened. They're frightened of your destiny. You've got your freedom from these people who are not wholesome. We've got caution and distance. Caution, keep your distance from these people who have no gratitude. They're not thankful for anything. Your values are too different. They want money, and you're free of them. So keep your distance from people right now. They don't have any merit. They haven't earned any merit. They're not thankful. They want money. Keep your distance. You're free. King of Cups is here. Innocent pet. You could have an innocent somebody that you're taking care of. You didn't surrender. There you could be feeling their absence. Somebody doesn't want something to change. They're trying to do a love spell in the mind of people. They're getting, and they're getting justice for neglecting. So they were doing love spells over the mental bodies of people, or they're trying to here in the environment, and then they neglected them. So justice is being served here. See, they didn't want to die. They didn't want to die. So they kept doing love spells over the minds of people, and then they were sacrificing them, harvesting them, and draining them of their energy, and then extending their own lives. Getting paid to remove love from the foundation and territory. We got a celebration here. The witch's ability to manifest something with magic has them in regret because you did not give up hope on your faithful, loyal union. Death. And it's death. It's over. It's over for these witches and these devils. You're okay. You're stable. You care about your family. You care about your friends and your sweetheart here. Yeah, these ones who are trying to steal your real estate, they are bound to those commitments that they made, and they fell into a trap. There's death. It's over for them. So they have all those spirits are going back to them. All those spirits that they called forth trying to rob you is going back to them because you are reunited. You made it back together. And these ones are so angry about it. Keep your distance from people for a little while. They're in a nightmare. They've lost all their money. And this is a completion of that cycle. Everything that hurt you in the past is being let go. Due to your courage, you were able to bring forth the truth and reveal the truth about what happened to you and what you witnessed and what's been happening to others. Your testimony is divine. These people are in a freaking nightmare. They're in a nightmare. You were courageous and you're spilling the beans on the truth about the nightmare that they put you through. The nightmare that they put you through trying to steal your destiny. Bullying you. Using prayers in a bad way to bully you. To mess with your mind. They were making plans to replace you with this copycat, that actor and actress. They were bringing conflict to you while you were blind. You didn't have any idea what the hell was hitting you. And now these third-party enemies don't know what to do. They're hesitating because this is the conclusion of this. You have gained the fruits of your labor. And they're overloaded here. They're overwhelmed by your light. They need your mercy. They need your healing. They need you to come in and make it okay. They want to apologize for collaborating against your marriage. It's really simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, okay? You've reached your goals. You've lived and learned a lot about what's happening here, and you brought all this truth forward, and you allowed a change to occur. You're the catalyst of change. You brought forth your truth. The truth of the brutality that you endured to be here. And you have a witch and others who are sitting here trying to take credit and say that there's no love in you while they cast love spells. It's weird. And And that's what I'm saying. I'm not accepting any apologies for that. It's like, no, if anybody tried to do love spells or manipulate my mind, and they did. Centuries, they did. So play out. The bully has lost. They've been defeated, this player. They're getting no more time. The Secret Service is here. You can relax. You got your fortune. You can relax. You've got your fortune. You got the Secret Service here. This player's got no more time. It's over for this player. We've got the Hanged Man. So there's a sacrifice or a letting go of these contracts. There's no more negotiating with this. They failed to steal the chariot or the pathway of these limelight figures, these stars, these giants. These prideful people or person has been found to be a liar and unworthy of that limelight position. They're being stopped. They're getting the letter. They're being informed right now. They have no more time. It's over. The devil is here. All those energies that they sent out to haunt people are coming back on them. This reunion has brought about a change regarding the robbery, habitual patterning of these witches and devils. This unfairness. Enemy. There's a change. Your reunion, the divine masculine and divine feminine, the stars and the suns, your reunion has brought about a change to the enemy's ability to rob you. They're in despair because this thief is experiencing death to their money. They're in despair because the thief has got death to their money. It's over. There's no more robbing for this devil. They got to go deal with all those spirits that they called forth to see. The other day they mentioned to run an F-60. They said they were going to go run an F-60. Now I googled F-60 because I'm thinking Ford trucks, right? Well, apparently there's an F60.0, F60.1, .2, .3, .4, .5, and these are all mental personality kind of things like paranoid schizophrenia, schizoid, other kinds of things, obsessive compulsive behaviors and such. So they were saying they were going to run an F60, which I think is they were trying to run insanity through the minds of people to try to get something back. Now these ones, they've been bragging that the collective needs medicine, but whatever these spirits are that they've sent out, they're coming back to them. And there's a change. This reunion is bringing about a change to the way this devil and this enemy of yours, this witch and such, can rob you. They're in despair. There's death to this thief's money. You're a star. You've got your compass, your new pathway, and you're entering into your destiny. Patience, just a few more months before things come to good things come to those who wait. We've got death here, and we've got chemistry in the reverse. So passion project, lust energy, all of that. There's this coming to an end. These ones using sex to create war with people, good, loving, kind-hearted people. They were using intimate encounters to wage war. They were using the phallus and that black hole as a weapon of war among unsuspecting citizenry. So you're very, very strong in the face of these actors and actresses. Yes, luck is on your side. They don't know what to do about your destiny. You're entering into it and they're frightened. It could be they don't know what to do about their destiny because they're frightened because they seem to be false. They're false. You've got your freedom from these people who are not wholesome. They're not wholesome, and you're free in your Page of Wands energy here. Caution, keep your distance from people who are not grateful or thankful, whose values are all about money, who don't align with you, who are not good moral humans. You've got to watch out for them right now. You're free of them, and they're having a misfortune. The Lord is bringing them a misfortune because he loves the people, and they're getting messed up. So yeah, we've got love and faithfulness. He loves love, and he loves faithful. We've got a young woman, a faithful young woman. Yeah, so he's got a person already. Young woman. This star. Ooh, wedding. Wedding. There's a wedding here. So you're using caution, and you're keeping the ungrateful people whose values are all about money, who are not good and kind moral people, who are not wholesome. You're free of them, and there's a wedding here. You've got to, so you're using caution and keeping your distance from these types of people, and you're marrying into a different world, a different faith. These ones are over. There's the Hanged Man. These contracts are over. So you got the King of Cups here, an innocent pet. There could be an innocent pet that they did not surrender. You could be seen as their baby, their love. And they feel like a part of them is missing without you. Wife, faithful, a faithful wife. So whoever these ones were messing around with, this King of Cups has a faithful wife, an innocent one. He considers like his pet, you know. Maybe they're getting a new pet. They call the baby, like, you're the baby, right? You're my baby, my sweet innocent, my pet, my love, my whatever. And you did not surrender. He did not surrender, feeling like something is missing without you, his faithful wife. This enemy may have separated you too, in a previous magical scheme with this love spell and this other kind of mental manipulation. They're trying to delay a change by making a change with a love spell. So, and it could be that they're trying to hold on, man. They don't want this to end. But there is a change coming to love spells being done on the imagination and then followed up by neglect. There's justice being served because of this. These servants, whoever these servants are, they're receiving justice. The Three of Cups is here in the community. This witch trying to manifest or do magic here within the community is under regret because you did not give up hope on the two of you. This is over. There's death here. You're the faithful wife of this King of Cups. You are innocent and loving and loyal, and you did not surrender, and he did not surrender. He wants his wife. This is amazing. This witch is a foe, an enemy, and they've been doing magic on you, and they regret it now because you did not give up hope. And now there's death here, serious death. Every ending galore. They're in a freaking nightmare. So this is the end of their settled mind. All these spirits that they sent out to haunt people are coming back on them. They're in a freaking nightmare. And they're in a Five of Pentacles, lost all their money. They've lost all their money. They could be in isolation. They've been defeated. They may be in some kind of homeless state. Take it as it resonates. And this is a completion of that cycle. Everybody who hurt you, this backstory, the history is being let go. The past is being let go. Due to your courage, you were able to bring forth the truth and reveal the truth about this nightmare that they had you in. This merchant, there could be a nightmare for this merchant, this nightmare merchant, this nightmare buying and selling of star quality energy, of the innocent and purity of the faithful wife. They may have sacrificed this King of Cups wife and then replaced her with a copycat in a previous cycle. And then she went and did all kinds of atrocious things and perhaps caused him a failure too. I don't know. Something like that happened. Something like that happened. Somebody framed his wife and tried to make it appear as though she had done something terrible. She's going to be vindicated. Her reputation is being vindicated right now. There is a wedding. So this is, you're coming back together. The truth has been revealed due to your courage and your strength and your ability to manage this. You did not surrender. These ones are all in their thoughts because there's a lot of conversation happening and people are happy about it. People are happy about it. We've got messenger and lover. You might be getting a message of love, or there could be a lover getting a message from the doctor regarding their house of flesh. Take it as it resonates. And then we've got prison. They could be in a mental prison. These spirits that they sent out. These spirits that they sent out, man. I mean, this is the devil. This is what they sent out. This is, they played and they're all coming back. Because they called forth the service and now they're in melancholy. Damn, they did it constantly. We've got waiting. Ah, sweetheart room reunion with a friend. So the sweetheart could have been reunited in the mental body or in the land of telepathy with her friends or a friend's network or whoever this King of Cups is. They could be very well connected in the mental body. So that's good. Caution, keep your distance. Yeah, keep your distance. Maybe this read is like you are free of these people who are not wholesome, and it could be that they need to use caution and keep their distance from you. You know, they're not grateful, they're not thankful, their values are all about money, they're not good moral humans. They need to keep their distance from this wedding, from this union. This wife is faithful, she's innocent. They framed her in a bad way and tried to destroy this for them. And they were playing around with their Five of Swords energy, trying to win at all costs by destroying the wife of this masculine. This devil crap. We got podcast. There's some kind of announcement. You're relaxed. You got your fortune. A fortune of energy. A fortune of patience. You know, a fortune of knowledge and strength and courage. Take it as it resonates. I heard these nefarious ones saying that there's something about a national announcement, a televised national announcement. I don't know what that means, but it might be happening because we've got the podcast. It's like you keeping your stuff, keeping yourself together, keeping yourself relaxed. So it could be that it's going to be televised and announced that there is going to be a reallocation of funds or land or status or something. Take it as it resonates. So we've got the Hanged Man here. There's no more contracts. There's a release, a letting go of this Page of Swords, these contracts, these spies who did not gain the chariot of the limelight position, the pathway, the destiny. This prideful person or people are seen to be liars and unworthy of that position. They're being stopped and they've got the letter. We're no longer dealing with shadow demons. We're no longer dealing with shadow demons. So they're being stopped. We're not playing around with shadow demons anymore. It's over. This devil here, all those entities that they sent out to haunt the star seed, the star, they're all coming back. They're all coming back. This reunion is bringing about a change. This enemy who's been trying to rob you is in despair because there's death here. This thief is in despair over that money. You know what it is? Because The privilege and the land belongs to the starseed. They stole it. Frauds, actors, actresses. Yeah, this vampire wanted to be seen as a legend, and they kind of are, but they're going away. They're going to go live in the nightmare that they enjoy, that they have fueled by feeding it light and light beings, star beings. There's a troll. It's a freaking fashion witch troll trying to fight with you using sex, passion project. We've got death here. Over the next few months, it's going to be death. It's over. You're very, very strong here in the face and the presence of actresses and actors trying to duplicate or mimic you. They wanted to replace you and your destiny. They don't know what to do because luck is on your side and they're seen as false. They're frightened. They're paranoid. This could be an influencer that does the very least to gain the very most, and they're being shown the middle finger because this is a trauma bonded little bitch who's being warned to stay in their own lane. Do not get in the lane of this empath, narcissistic cult leader. Stay out of the lane of the empath. They're getting their warning. Cult leader, false, frightened, tinfoil hat. They've been spreading conspiracy theories or lies about your billionaire status. It all comes from you. This is a feral, love-bombing, gaslighting person who's been screwing around with the reputation of a legend. You're free of those who are not wholesome. They're being cautioned to keep their distance from you. They were not grateful or thankful for your presence. They only wanted money, and they did not like the fact that you were a good moral human, and they're not. So they got to stay away and keep their distance from this wedding. There might be a wedding coming up in the near future. There's a simp here. So this simp is not grateful, not thankful. They just are out there for the money. They didn't earn any merit. They're not a human. They are a good moral one anyway. Yeah, this simp is being told to keep your distance. Keep your distance from this influencer narcissist. King of Cups is here. Innocent pet did not surrender. They feel like part of themselves is missing without this wife who is faithful. Somebody's triggered. Somebody's triggered by this. It's this witch trying to do a love spell on his mind. They're receiving justice for love spelling the minds of people and then neglecting them. It was a service that they offered. Trauma bonding was a service that they offered, and now they're going to get some justice. Yeah, because they've been snacking on oracles who take care of themselves. So the psychics, somebody was saying, you don't know what happens to psychics. Well, yes, I do. You get these powerful people, entities, and corporations or whatever who do magic, and they have the intention of dominating the world, being the one world order or whatever. And so they gather these psychics, and then they play with the minds of them and the power and the light and the actual life force. And that's what they all want it. They just don't have it. They want you to accept some kind of a contract and go fuel their fire. So anyway, we got a community here telling this witch this witch foe who's been trying to manifest with these love spells, man, they're in regret because you didn't give up hope on each other, and this is death. It's over. They're being warned to stop, stay in your own lane. This is over. There's death here. They're in a nightmare. They've lost their money. This is the end of this chapter. The backstory, the past is being let go. Due to your courage and your strength, your inner resilience, you have made it this far to reveal the truth about what happened to you in this nightmare with this merchant, this network, this nightmare network. You're a legend. You're a legend. And they're feral. So you're courageous. You're spilling the beans on this nightmare that this merchant brought into the world, this feral merchant. They're being warned again. They're being warned. Okay? Because this empath knows about this narcissist and how this jealous vampire has been siphoning and feeding on special people, unicorns, and they've been using love bombing and gaslighting them, you know, to just get into their sack, and then snacking on their energy. They really like influencer oracles who take care of themselves because they want to command that role. Somebody thinks you're a bitch because you're telling them to go F themselves because you know that they do the very least to gain the very most, and you don't want to deal with that kind of entity. It's like you want people who are going to help you build a successful, solid foundation. You don't take cuts. You don't skip corners. You don't make deals. You don't sign oaths or contracts with devil and witch energies. You carry the weight of the burden, and you made it through. And the whole while you were faithful, loyal, and true to your spouse that you may not remember, but he knows that you're innocent. He knows that maybe you've been spending time with pets and you didn't surrender. Somebody's very triggered. This witch is triggered. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. I hope that it brings clarity to something that you already intuitively knew. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.